Hello and welcome back to Direct Strike, where today we are going to be playing Zagara. Yes, you heard that right, Zagara is off the blacklist. After this last update, we have some new toys to play with, and it changes Zagara a lot. In fact, we don't actually know how much it changes Zagara, so we're going to be playing around with it and see how it works out, because you see, Zagara has access to a new unit. Zagara now has access to the Roach. You'd be surprised, but Incursus, it's just a Roach. Ho ho ho! You guys have no idea. Zagara previous to this update only had a single legitimate or anyways usable build. That was explicitly rush straight to tier 3, get out some aberrations and hunter killers, and hope to survive. Well, now we have some usable earlier game units. They still require tier 2, but that's not too big a deal. We can just do our usual start of Extractor first, put down Zagara, and then get up to tier 2, and then we can start spamming out these roaches. Now, these roaches aren't anything special. They're literally just roaches. The only difference is that they have the heroic tag, and also they cost 65, which is kind of cheap, but hopefully it makes them usable, considering they don't really have anything to back them up. And so the splitterlings, or swarmlings, sorry, and the splitterlings are not particularly high value units. Do I want to micro this? Yes, right there. Mainling him, please. Thank you, thank you. Snap you right there, and let's go. So I don't actually see what my opponent is other than Protoss. Something Karax, perhaps? Vorazun? Either case, let us get our units down here. We can be a little bit aggressive with this, because why not swarm them into the oblivion? We have roaches with a heroic tag. For those who don't know, the heroic tag affects how much crowd control affect them. Things like slows and stuns tend to have less of an effect on the heroic tag. Same kind of thing as the hunter killers, with them also having the heroic tag. Ah, yes. Here we go. We are versus a Karax. You know what that means. They're going to have a lot of immortals if we're building roaches into immortals. And you know what? That's fine, because we have so many roaches, we could just slam through the immortals. You guys would never have thought that. Who thinks, hey, they have immortals, let's build roaches. Let's just actually do that, because welcome to Zagara. Alright, get rid of those guys, and let's go. We actually can get our Mass Frenzy and use it on us this time instead of teammates, because we'll have more than just bandlings. Oh, I'm so excited, guys, you have no idea. This newest update makes me happy. Like, it actually came out yesterday. Just like last night, new update. And I haven't even gotten to play with it too much. Like, I was experimenting with it a little bit. If you guys saw on Winter stream, I was checking it out somewhat. But it seems to change so much. I just don't know how much it changes. Like, Zagara has a mid game now, or at least an early game, or anything that isn't just blind rush tier 3 and hope to survive. Oh, those poor annihilators getting swarmed. Let's get one attack upgrade just to push even harder. Yes. It's so good. It is so good. Okay. Where is my Banelings? I want to hit the supplicants. I don't know if that was worth. Hopefully that's going to do some good damage. Yes. No supplicant just instantly melted at least combined with the AoE from Tychus, melted the last of those supplicants. Alright, sweet. So now I can add a second row of these, because if those annihilators couldn't handle one row, let's see if they can handle a second. But first I'm going to get an extractor, because we're beating our wave super hard. And also I see that there are now Shadow Guards, so that's a tier 3 Vorazun to look out for. Going to need to scan for this. Now the Shadow Guards, scary and invisible, not gonna hold up to this level of swarm, that's for sure. Yep. Bye, annihilators, super immortals. Haha, I have regular roaches, and many of them. Great how that works. He's probably going tier 3 because he hasn't really built a lot of units, so we can have to look out for air units now. Fortunately, if he builds air units, Scourge are quite strong. That's one of the reasons why you don't go air versus Zagara. Those mirages and carriers that can come out of Karax are not going to hold up to Scourge. He can get the Colossi, and the extra burny stuff on the ground makes the Colossi quite strong, especially against swarm-type units, as we are using these roaches for. However, Scourge also make those go away, so I'm not too scared of it. I trust my roaches are fully capable of eating a full volley of, even if he gets a full volley of Colossi all the way across my roach line. I don't think it's going to change anything. Yep, he is indeed tier 3. He did build more Annihilators, though, rather than Colossi, which is a decision. I did not micro that. The AI Zagara just decided to chuck that off in that direction and didn't hit anything. Okay, good to know. Let's go ahead and get an Observer, because those Shadow Guards are leaking, and it's annoying. Might as well get an Observer now, rather than later. Beautiful. Toss you into here. That is one interesting thing. Like, the Splitterlings, just on positioning alone, they have to be in front. Because previously, the only other units they could interact with were Zerglings, which are faster, and Aberrations, which they actually can't interact with. So you can just have the Splitterlings anywhere, and the Splitterlings will run under or just run alongside the units, Zagara's units. However, that doesn't happen anymore. The Roaches will straight up body block, which is a little bit, just something you have to take into account when dealing with this, but those poor... Is there another Shadow Guard there? No. Yes. Yes, there is. Well, no matter what I do, the Observer doesn't seem to be enough. I haven't actually tried that hard to get rid of it. In other case, I think it is time to get up to tier 3. Let's get our real DPS. We're winning hard enough I can get a 3rd gas, I think. But once... This is so nice. Like, we didn't have to sacrifice the first 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes of the game just to get our heavy units out. Like, now I can actually have roaches on the field. I can actually have roaches on the field and win our wave for the first 8 minutes. And then, at my discretion, at my leisure, when I'm winning, then I can take up to tier 3 and flatten the opponents. Oh my gosh, this is great. Like, once the Hunter Killers come out, like, the Hunter Killers have, they have 3 times the DPS of the roaches. Granted, these Dark Templar from my teammates' wave are leaking and slaughtering me. Oh my god, they got 7 kills. Jesus. They're doing a lot. They are really doing a lot, but it's okay. You know what? Once the Hunter Killers come out, what are they gonna do? I could actually go for Aberrations too. Like, I have options. Aberrations not that great versus Immortals, but oof. They still hit really hard. And also, Aberrations are quite good versus Dark Templar. I think I need to get the Hunter Killers off right now. Like, I don't need to go crashing down their door when we can slowly obliterate them with Hunter Killers. Yeah, he's just... That's a lot of Dark Templar being leaked. Yep. That hurts. That hurts a lot. Thankfully, my roaches can heal when they're underground. It's not all that much, but... It's good to know. Yeah, we're still... Even after taking the... Looks like even after taking the full shadow swipes, the swish swoosh from the Dark Templar, it's still comfortably winning our wave, which is quite nice. Okay, let me go ahead and get these Hunter Killers in the back for the real damage output, if you guys notice. So, roaches, they deal 20 damage at level 2. 20 damage every 1.43. Hunter Killers deal 24 every 0.59. That's like 3 times the DPS. And they have a longer range, coming in at 6 compared to the Roach's 4, so I don't have to worry about the Roaches being too thick and blocking the Hunter Killers. No, the Hunter Killers are just tall and stand over the enemies, or stand over their allies' shoulders and slaughter everything on the other side. And oh, look at these Void Rays and Mirages. It would be a shame if Hunter Killers couldn't shoot them down. The Hunter Killers will ignore the Mirages, but the Void Rays, on the other hand... They're going to go away very quickly. And now, once we're over here, I can Frenzy And with Frenzy, we can deal a ton of damage to this Alarak. We don't quite kill him off. We do get rid of a great deal of the supplicants, though. Let's get some more of these guys for the damage output. He's got mostly hard-hitting units. I don't know if armor is the appropriate choice here, but let's go ahead and get level 3 weapons, and then we'll get armor. I don't have enough. Do I have enough for one more hunter killer? I could, but I want level 3 weapons instead. It'll kick in after my wave spawns anyways, so that'll be fine. It'll be fine. Does have 3 armor. Does he have full ground weapon upgrades, that Warzone? That's good to know. Okay, well, there goes my wave. Or does it? A wave so thick, even the space laser I win button isn't enough to stop us from unstacking him. Oh, that's actually good to know. Roaches are a good unit. And that's something you probably won't hear me say very often, if basically ever. I think the only reason it's working is because they're cheap enough that we can spam out so many of them. Alright, let's get our armor upgrades going. We've almost got a full line. 75% of a full line of the Hydras. That'll give us some good DPS behind this roach line. Double thick roach line. As if roaches weren't thick enough. Got 2 lines of them. And then armor. Oh, this is good. He's getting mirages. I'm not sure what these mirages are. I'm guessing it's just to get rid of my detector, so that the Void Rays and the Dark Templar are going to do damage, because I have to scan now. Which, I mean, a scan is 25, and these mirages are, what is 145 each? So it's 5 scans per mirage. So in, what is that going to be? That's going to be, in 25 waves from now, that investment will be more or less even between the two of us. So, yay, I guess? Alright, so we're up to 3-3. That's a whole lot of armor, a whole lot of effective HP, and just meatiness, which is quite nice. I don't even have aberrations yet. Imagine once the aberrations come out. It's gonna be glorious. We already have 3-3 for them. The damage is gonna be critical. It's gonna be the nail in the coffin, as opposed to a very consistent hammering throughout the game, as opposed to just barely surviving and hoping to make it to tier 3. Look at that. Like, what are they? Still consistently having to clean up Warzone stuff, but that's fine. We can handle it. Okay, if I can get Baneling Crash onto this Vanguard, that's some good damage there. Only because I don't trust Zagara to not completely miss the autocast. Okay, and I think it's about time we start getting some aberrations, because you know what works really well versus everything and buildings? Aberrations. As this building is slowly getting touched. Lost a little bit of shields on that as it's regenerating up. Aberrations, not gonna care about a little bit of shields. Aberrations get within melee range of a building. That building is gone. Okay, what do we have here? Teammate actually full cleared this, which is nice. Here comes the Purifiers, the Colossi. And we want Scourge and or Aberrations for this. It looks like we might want to get some Scourge, but I've already got my mind set on Aberrations. The thing with the Purifier Colossi, there's 2 ways of invalidating them. One, have them shoot at a big tanky thing at their feet, like the Aberration, because the most damage from the Colossi comes from the remnant splash damage out of the flaming burny stuff on the ground. And if they're shooting at their feet, then they're not shooting into my roach line, and therefore my roach line and or hydra line is not getting melted. However, it's also a good idea just to straight up kill them with Scourge. The thing about Scourge is I'm going to need enough of them to destroy all the Mirages, which not hard to do. It's actually quite easy to do. I think I just prefer the idea of aberrations. Let's go ahead and use our Mass Frenzy there. See if we can't melt Alarak. And Alarak is down. Oh, that's beautiful. Like, Alarak is actually just down. Excellent.
We require more minerals.
Now we can get some more aberrations. Is it about time we get the... Yeah, we're up to 4 aberrations and we still have some Splitterlings. Let's go ahead and get these upgrades here. Splitterlings, these upgrades increase the blast radius for our Banelings. Oh, this looks like a GG of Tychus right here. Oh, well, welcome to Zagara. Winning the mid-game by sheer virtue of having thick lines of roaches with a nice easy transition to the giant Baneling hammer that is the aberration spam. Ladies and gentlemen, this update is amazing and I love it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more videos just like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and I will see you guys later.